without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. It's been a sad week for our league, you know, but I look around, I see the rest of you, and we're gonna take each other to the end of this. You know, it's a tough week, as we all know. We put Kyle to rest last night. Thank you for everybody who could be there, which was none of you. But it is what it is. The job is done. We won't have to worry about that anymore. You know, he served this league well for many years, and it was time. It was time. Anyways, what's up, bitches? Let's get into this. Oh man, things are heating up. Let's go. There's nobody out of this thing, and there's nobody securely in this thing. I love it, man. Let's get right into this review. Who'd we have in the Battle of Bitches? I think it was Kyle and Schnars, and Schnars made sure. He loves winning these Battle of Bitches. Let me tell you what. So that'll push Schnars to 3-3, and also send Kyle to 3-3. And this was your biggest gap of the week with a 58-point shellacking. Wasn't even close. This thing, I don't know for sure. You have anybody on Sunday night or Monday? Yeah, Dawson Knox and Tyler Lockett, and it didn't even matter what they did. This thing was over well before that. This thing was done. I mean, Kyle's getting exposed for what is a shit roster, regardless of your injuries. Like, just draft better. Do something better. Fuck, throw Cam Akers in the lineup. Fucking dickhead. Anyways, moving on. Let's see, this is a pretty big gap. We'll go Andrew and Keith. Andrew has to. I'm making this a rule. He cannot keep Derrick Henry next year. He has to change teams. Period. So either trade him while you can, or he's just going to be a free agent. There's no bringing him back next year. Period. I mean, what's the consensus around the league? Is Derrick Henry literally able to carry Andrew to, one, the playoffs again, two, the championship again, and is he good enough to win him the championship? Can he carry him that far? I'm going to be honest. I think it's possible. Because the rest of Andrew's team, Mahomes had 21. No one else went over 20. Andrew did not have a great week, to be fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He gets beaten by 5 people. But, you know, you play Keith, who scored the second fewest points. Keith might be next. He might be next to have a funeral for him. I'm not sure. To be determined. But this does put Andrew at 4-2, currently in first place is what it's showing me. And this moves Keith to 2-4, which puts him at 10th out of 10. Keith is back home where he belongs. Moving on. Me and Brendan. Your boy's coming. I don't know what more to say. It was either Brendan was going to continue his 2-game and turn it into a 3-game, or I was going to turn my 1 into a 2, and I did. And this league is wide open. It's wide the fuck open. Your top teams are 3 people at 4-2, and 3 people at 2-4, and everybody else is 3-3. This thing is it's more. Shout out my boy Half Squat. It's more wide open than Riley Reed. I hope you were able to see this, by the way. I don't know who actually watches these videos anymore. Um, Moving on, Bruner and Half Squat. Bruner was riding high, but Half Squat pulled it out in the end by 7. God, could you imagine if Josh Allen converts that 4th and 1 and somehow rushes for a touchdown or something? Boy, do things get hairy. Better yet, what if Tyler Bass kicks the game tying field goal? They go to OT. Josh Allen does something. Shit was getting hairy. Let me tell you what. But that pushes both of these two teams to 3-3, so they're right in the middle. Game of the week was Mikey and Bison is being exposed for the fraud he is. Mikey continues to tear it up, even with Justin Herbert only getting him 11 points. But you know who he did better than? Baker Mayfield. Austin Haybison might be the Washington football team of this league with his inability to find a quarterback. It's ugly. It is very ugly. And he finally got a good week out of Diggs, but it didn't matter. Diggs had 9 catches on 11 targets, 9-11. I'm not sorry. But Antonio Gibson, is he dead and gone? I don't know. He might be laying in the casket with Kyle at this point. I had Bruner quoted saying last night, I think Antonio Gibson is dying. I don't disagree. I think he is dying. Something is not right there. He had a glimmer of hope yesterday, Bison did. He thought maybe Deshaun Watson was going to go to Miami. What does that do anyways? It's not like he's going to play. He's just going to find the nearest. He's going to go to the trainers. Hey, can I get a massage? 23 cases, just like that. How you doing? Yeah, Bison is in a world of trouble. Mikey is on the up and up, but shit's getting tight. Shit's getting tight. So we're going to pause real quick before we get into the review. I want to pull up standings and I want to go over what it's looking like. So, had this question asked also, it's still top 2 each division and then next best 2, regardless of division. So, your current playoffs would look like Andrew number 1, Mikey number 2, Bison number 3, Schnorrs number 4, who holds tiebreakers over Bruner and Half Squat for having more points, 4, and Kyle. So Schnorrs number 4, Half Squat number 5, Bruner 6, Kyle 7, Brendan 8, me 9, Keith 10. So there's top 10 according to the standings. So let's hop into the preview for this week. Battle of the bitches. Who we want? 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 Kyle and Andrew. That's your battle of bitches, which could also be game of the week, but don't care. Deal with it. Yeah, this is 100% battle of bitches. This man has stooped so low that he is playing Rashad Penny at his RB2. Brian Edwards is in the lineup. McCole Hardman is in the lineup. Talking all that shit. It is a good thing that I gave you Power Ranking 1, just to give you a glimmer of hope. Andrew has Derrick Henry against Kansas City, so That's all you need to know there. Next, Bison and gimme. Bison, there were rumors that he was saying that Brendan can't even fill a roster for this week with the amount of injuries and people that he has on a bye. It's Thursday. He's got time to set a lineup. Calm down. Ain't nobody playing anybody in this Browns-Broncos game tonight unless you got Cortland Sutton or Tim Patrick or maybe one of these running backs. You ain't playing nobody unless you got a defense. If you got a defense, you're gonna be all right. This sinks Bison, in my opinion. He's gonna lose to Brendan, and then it's just gonna be a fire sale. So, Bison, just know you can give me Diggs now and still get something for him. But next week you just give me him, and that's it. And he's starting Mac Jones. That's where he's at quarterback now. Yikes. Next, Keith Schnars. Not a lot to say here. Schnars should just continue to roll. That's about it. He should continue to roll. Keith is playing Odell Bathroom. So I guess somebody is deciding to play somebody in tonight's game. It's weird to me. Okay. Yeah, so he'll already be down a player tonight. You should play him no matter what, though, Keith. I believe in you. Next, how about good old Brune Dog versus me? Not looking forward to playing against people that I've traded. But I've got a new look team over here. We're rocking and rolling. Things are good. Things are good. Bruner's got Josh Allen on a bye. That's the only player he's got on a bye, but I avoided the big dog. Maybe. I mean, he's still got Taylor and Kamara. TBD, if you will. Yeah, this is a big game for both of us. Bruner hasn't been able to get into the playoffs very often. This keeps me alive. So this is a big week. This is a big week for a lot of people. You know, if Keith wants any chance of making playoffs, he's got to beat Schnars. But Schnars can't lose that game because he needs to take that next step. Same case in my game versus Bruner. B-May, if he wants to stay alive, he's got to take out Bison. Bison is reeling right now. Kyle loses 4 in a row. I mean, he can't even coach from the grave. And I don't see anybody stopping Andrew right now, not as long as Derrick Henry doesn't have a bye. And game of the week, we're going half squat and Mikey. 3-3, 4-2, both coming off of a win, both on one game streaks. It's not technically a streak, but it is what it is. I don't know what to fucking call it. Yeah. Half squat was reeling a little bit. Did squeak out a nice little win, but half squat is very banged up. He's got huge dogs on buys. No Dak, no Dalvin, no Singletary, no Mari, no Bills defense. Shout out Tennessee for fucking them up. I needed that. Aaliyah's up from her nap. I had both of them asleep too. I did such a good job. But yeah, there you go. Mikey playing Jameis this week with Herbert on a bye. No Nick Chubb, no Madison, no Najee, no Thielen, no Gabriel Davis, no Freiermuth, no Steelers defense. Mikey is depleted this week, so if there's a week to catch him, this is the week. This is going to be an ugly week for a lot of people. It's going to be about how you manage your buys, how you manage your injuries, and who can find those guys and plug and play. It's all about filling holes. You know what I mean, half squat? All about filling holes. All right, boys, that's it.